Hi. This is probably something that I should have done before filming and putting out the start of this series, but it didn't occur to me, so this is where we are. Um, I wanted to develop a more creative skill set. I spent a lot of time going to school doing sciences and all that stuff, and I never pursued anything creatively. So I stopped drawing, I stopped painting, I stopped photography, drama, all of that stuff, and pretty much focused on that. But now I wanted to have a more creative outlet, so I wanted to get into videography and editing, and I put it off for a long time, and I could not for the life of me think of what kind of stuff I wanted to do. So, because, in my spare time, I was going through all this old BTS stuff, I thought, why not? Let me just film myself doing this. And because I don't really want to do reaction videos, I mean, I've already seen most of this. It's not really a true reaction. I tend to not be a very, what's the word? Hyped person, even when I'm on coffee. I have lots of caffeine in my system right now. So it's not very entertaining, and I am not the type of person to fake it either. So instead, I wanted people to at least get something useful out of this. And since the whole purpose of me doing this, anyways, is to really look in depth at their stuff, their stuff. I mean, their music. I thought, why not do something that may be more informative for people? So, at first, I was just going to look at their lyrics, but then I started looking at the producer and who is the writer, and it kind of just went down this rabbit hole. And I wanted to know, the why, like the theme for the whole album and all of that stuff. And I see a lot of different questions online regarding like things like oh, why is this person not highlighted, or they don't get as much lines in their earlier stuff, or why does their sound differ so much and they're selling out and they're more westernized. And I just wanted to go through all of their music and kind of formulate my opinion and then put it out there, just to answer the questions. So, yeah. Um, this is kind of a little bit late because this is the second album, so it's not too late, but we're still in 2013, so that's fine. But I just wanted to get that out there, and yeah.
Okay, so this is going to be RUL82, which is the second album for BTS. RUL82 was released in 2013. It features 10 tracks that we'll be covering. The overall message and theme for the album is youth and the pursuit of happiness. The title track, NO or no, means no offense, and basically the message is a strong opposition to the current state of the education system in South Korea, which pressures students to study and over forming friendships or even finding or thinking about what they really want to do in their own lives. Basically, in the song, they call for students to rise up and find their own happiness and to think for themselves. Big Hit's official statement about the album was, with "Oh Are You Late Too," BTS offers the message that you must find your happiness and your own life before it's too late. Lyrics that brutally lay open reality, that is, deliver a bold admonition to a world that inflicts despair. Children are raised as studying machines without a chance to think about the future. A world where classmates are not friends but competitors trying to trample each other. BTS sings about the wounds and anguish that such hopeless life has left on today's teens. Also featured in the album are songs that speak about other common feelings young people experience, like hurt from a breakup and uncertainty. And more personally, their response to negative comments about them and their own struggle and journey being a K-pop idol and just pursuing music. This album also contains the song that RM was later criticized by shouting "West Coast till I die," which he later on addresses and apologizes for as a mistake. But I'll probably talk about that a little bit later. Let's just get into it, and yeah. If you like this type of content, or just if you have any suggestions, you can feel free to leave a comment. And yeah, like, share, subscribe, and all that jazz. Thanks for watching.
Nothing lasts forever. You only live once. So, live your life, not any other's lives.
Alright.
Never be late to do what you wanna do right now. Because at one point of someday, everything you did will be exactly what you will be. Right? 아버지는 말하셨지 인생을 즐겨라 아버지께 여쭤보고 당신은 인생을 즐겼나 왜 당연하게 당연한 게 당연하지 않은 게 당연한 게 왜 나 인생에서 나는 없고 그저 남의 인생들의 삶을 이건 진짜 두바퀴 게임도 아니야 딱 한 번뿐인 인생 넌 대체 누굴 위해서냐 9살 아니면 10살 때쯤 내 심장은 멈췄지 가슴에 손을 얹고 말해봐 내 꿈은 뭐였지 진짜 뭐였지? 쉴 틈도 없이 학교와 집 아니면 PC방이다인 집 같은 삶들을 살며 1등을 강요하는 학생의 꿈과 현실 사이에 이중 간첩 우리 공부하는 기교를 만들고 누구 1등이 아니면 나고를 구분 쉽게 만든 건 틀 같은 건 어른이래
One, they said rapper needs to. It was fly. Did I say fly? Oh my god. That's I'm so and two, seriously. If anyone has I don't think there's any if anyone has not heard this song or what and I think okay, so I don't know if and I don't know whoever is watching. First off, thank you. And second off, I don't know if you're reading along or or if you're okay. I don't know them. Sorry. um. So I think okay. So Jungkook's lines are pretty much like I don't know if anyone so basically just like the general routine there a lot of what's expected. You go to school, you may go to like an internet cafe like PC Bang or something, and go home, rinse and repeat. That's your entire life. I think Suga's verse in this is one of my favorites, to be honest. We'll just skip this. Who is the one who made us into study machine? There's another section later on where something about this, the survival of the fittest, where basically it's like if you have a mentality of you have to be number one, like you like okay I listened to this TED talk where basically it's he's talking about going from high school go into like an Ivy League where it's your dream school, right? But the thing is it's a dream. And then when it comes into fruition, you have the top 1%, right? You have the cream of the crop in terms of high school, all get compiled and face where you're all compete. And the problem is that it obviously throws off the curve, right? Because you cannot all be number, like if you're gonna go by like a rank. So you end up how it's very like psychologically. Here you are, you probably have like above a 4.0 GPA. If you're American, that's basically like 4.0 is like the point scale, and then like basically there's some people who go above and beyond of that. And then you have like a perfect SAT score, and then you get into this college, and then all of a sudden you're failing in your mind, like basically average. And you can develop like a very cutthroat mindset.
Everybody say no. 어른들은 내게 말하지 힘든 건 지금뿐이라고 참으라고 나중에 하라고 Everybody say no 더는 나중으로 날로 안돼 더는 남의 꿈에 갇혀 살지만 We roll, we roll, we roll Everybody say no 정말 지금이 아니면 안돼 아직 아무것도 해본 게 없잖아 We roll, we roll, we roll Everybody say no Everybody say no Everybody say no
I just think of the dance break, whatever.
Everybody say no
think V does all the background. I don't know. I like it. Um, I think this is the title track from this album. Video is pretty dope. I like you think actually. um, this is again pretty good. It's a pretty powerful anthem song. The fact that this was like pretty much like the same year, like they were coming out with like they were going ham, guys, because it's just hard hitting. The production value for the pretty um it's not that it's not a surprise like I'm not gonna say it's a surprise because even listening to pre-debut things, they all had they all had um crafted talent like um Suga RM listen and like listening to the pre-debut raps and stuff. I still like it. So it's not like it's surprising. Like I guess when you're young and you're just starting out in terms of like you're starting out like post debut stuff, you may expect especially with a group. You know what? All right. Here, okay. All right. This video may have to be cut off after this song because soapbox right now. Um so I I find myself classifying them on a as in like a middle ground, right? Because they're okay. I was gonna say is um right, middle ground because they're not coming from the big three companies, right? So what I expect when I see a K-pop group come out of a larger companies, I usually don't expect the groups themselves to have a lot to do with writing first. Um, I expect that they have a lot of experience behind producing and debuting these groups. So I expect the high production value from K-pop. And I'm not gonna hate on it and say it's like it's manufactured, even though it like I'm not gonna say that in a negative way because I there is a lot wrong with the K-pop industry, but I'm sorry if you hear I just have a thing with fiddling things. Anyways, um, I'm not going to say that it's okay. There is a lot wrong and to be said about the K-pop industry, but I also respect it in that it recognizes that a lot of these aspects that we look for in an entertainer and a performer can be trained, and it's a lot of hard work. And just from that aspect alone, I respect K-pop. I always have. Um, but when I see a group coming out of one of these big companies, um, there is that expectation that they themselves may not be um heavily involved because they want their day well. Now with BTS, a little bit of a mid ground because they are K-pop. So they were working towards debuting in K-pop. So there is that expectation high, but not having the um a large company behind it in terms of having money, all the major shows, um having that level, that funding for the production value. They have always had a bit of artistic license developed, so not just singing and dancing, but actually like writing, producing their stuff, and what it is that they want to do is interesting. So like I find myself thinking of them as a midway between K-pop and not K-pop. Um so with non K-pop, when you're just starting out as a, not necessarily like a band or an artist, um sometimes quite a struggle, and you expect some, you may see some level of like um unrefined production in terms of the music. um but you know BTS just came out strong. I have nothing else to say besides that. Wow, that was a bit of a rant for no reason. So, moving on.
Hey.
I find myself really like, okay, this song is a banger. Only because, okay, not only because I grew up in the 90s, and this like deep bass, like swaggy sound is like, dude, what is that? I can't remember. All right, moving on.
Swag, swag. Whatever they say, I'm here for my music.
Even that clap clap, the trap snare sound, drum sound, that is reminiscent of something. Can't think of it right now.
Here for my music, here for my music. Whatever my haters say, I'm real for my.
No, I have to find this. It's gonna bug me. Um
Real for my music, real for my music. Run, surround our rap more, 모든 나의 일부. 또래 랩도 지망생들의 질투. 어차피 니들은 보고 싶은 것만 보지. 멍청한 어린 꼰대들 가방끈이 짧고 질투. 네가 위험을 토할 때는 기염을 토해. 열등감에 찬져 모두 가게. 인형들 보내 선글라스 내 헤어스타일 내 이름 모두를 까내리지. 현실증 따들의 비극적인 코미디 있으면 턱턱 막히게는 덮쳐.
Alright, I'm not gonna pause here, I'm just
내 랩 좀 텁텁하고 섭섭해도 넌 단번에 벙쳐 버리게 이렇게 뻑뻑한 가기가 싫다면서 뻑뻑 머리 긁는 애들의 척척 I know you suck so Damn fame there's a mania Yeah I'm making them run Big kick 가 박자 손은 down Yeah I'm making them shine 이런 값을 해내 홀리건 파란 적 없어 홀리는 Yeah bitch wanna be the one number one and no you know 제발 닥쳐주고 니는 걱정 마줘 너보다 앞으로도 그럴 테지 Here for my music, whatever my haters say, I'm real for my music, real for my music, real for my music. All my haters, 키보드 버리 노력해줘 그래 그렇게 무시해줘 네가 틀렸단 걸 증명하는 게 치매야 논란되는 실력 난 속단하긴 일러 I'm killer 제 클리퍼 날 소녀로 너 찔러 I'm ill 난 killer 또 너보다는 바빠질러 데뷔적 무시하던 hater 희부심 가득한 너는 이제 내 밑에 있어 잘 봐라 나는 메이저 부럽지 hate 내가 보기엔 따라오기는 벅차 그냥 거기서 내 손으로 직접 내린 네가 사는 핸드드립 연습생 졸업했지 Celebrate 난 left back back to 너인 그냥 그린 back to 발전이 없어 해야 좀더 열폭 제발 닥쳐주고 니는 걱정 마줘 너보다 앞으로도 그럴 테지 예전부터 날 무시했던 친구들 다 어딨어 네가 장난 같은 게 아니야 보여줄게 I promise We own Give me that 보여줄게 I promise We own Give me that 보여줄게 I promise We own cool 왔던 건 길이 이건 코순치던 얘들에게 던지는 한수 축하해 퍽이나 힘매고 위한 고정 멘트 그런 거라면 네가 한번 써서 뿌렸네 이젠 급이 달라진 너이 너 자신 너 모두에 관심 내 상대로 감탄의 일러 지켜봐 내 미래 네가 무시한 만큼 난 성공의 길로 진행했어 몰라도 날 몰라 제발 닥쳐주고 니는 걱정 마줘 너보다 앞으로도 그럴 테지 예전부터 날 무시했던 친구들 다 어딨어 네가 장난 같은 게 아니야 보여줄게 I promise We own 보여줄게 I promise We own 보여줄게 I promise We own Every day say I'm here for my music here for my music here for my music whatever my haters say I'm real for my music real for my music real for my music
Oh shoot, what was I saying? Uh, this is why I usually stop, like when I think of what I was gonna say. If I will not remember. I'll get lost listening to the song. Oh, okay. So, um, I think I may have said this, but um, the thing about like okay, so a common thing across the board, um, with rap. Um, this is pretty much common knowledge. Is there's sorry that I'm a little I should have um sorry um rap is a very clap back atmosphere. um it's what it's known for. It's yeah, like that is the genre, that is the life. um and I think that's what hit me. So K-pop has been including rappers, or rather a rap section, for a long time, for a while now. And my own okay, I will not. I'm not against it. I honestly I usually like it. Don't criticize it, but I just classify it differently. So there is a distinct difference between like learning to like rap. Okay, so learning the application of rap. So basically taking the lyrics and being able to rap it along with the beat and have a flow. That is like you can learn that. But I think what stands out to me um is the fact that BTS rap line, they are rappers. Like actually like rappers. Like no contesting it. Um I think that is a large distinction because that's pretty much what got me here. I heard rap line and I was like, yes. Sorry. Um like the clapback is just ah I just my hobby to but yeah, I'm not gonna go through lyric for lyric. Just because honestly listening to me speak the lyrics is cringy. Um but what I will say about this overall song, it is great. It is vibey. It the beat is a little bit um nostalgic. But it's like that was what was going at the time. So it's nostalgic because you're in um if you're into rap and hip hop, definitely check it out. Lyrics are fire. Like yeah. And but and like okay, I never say enough about Jay, but the fact that he learned how to rap is in term like okay, let me rephrase that. The fact that he learned after joining, after becoming a trainee, that is the big deal. Because for the other two, they were immersed in hip hop. They wanted to be rappers. Wanted that was their desire. But for him to pick it up and be and just and develop his okay to pick it up and develop his style. I'm not sure in the training process like whether they made a conscious decision where it's like, oh hey, we have these distinct styles. Let's just add a third. You learn to rap this way, or whether that just happened organically. But it is magic. Like it, it's fantastic. All I have to say. I'm I'm gonna stop here because I don't even think I'm saying anything constructive. Um, and man, vocal line. I know a lot of people wanted them to have more um more early on, but honestly, I think they were just growing. I think they got that they started off as a pop group. Jin wasn't even hip hop before. He wasn't a singer, and I think I've said it before, but he was finishing up school and learning to be a singer, um, like they started off with what they knew they had the strongest. So I think that's important. I know a lot of I've like I've seen a lot of people giving X person lines. I think that the way they did it, they played it smart because it's better to start off with your strong, like what you know you're strong at, rather than to put pressure on do this, and that to be more present, just for the sake of being, because especially if they weren't up to task at that time. Now that, like, I believe me, I am a big fan of the line, but um I just don't agree when people talk about the company or the group um basically like mistreating and not give one member enough of a spotlight. That was all um strategy, and I think it was a good one. Once again, my audio is messed up, so please, if you like this, like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment so that I know what I can do to make this better. Thanks. Bye.
My hands now, you are the